Granny Sachs is getting Sachs stepping in now. The inning's been quiet, but a chance here to turn up the volume.
Yeah, and you love that mentality. A little thunder could bring that dugout back to life.
Pitch misses, and that is ball one. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
All right, good job right there. Good at bat.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Sachs locks in. Not the at-bat they were hoping for just now, so it's up to him with 2 outs.
Well, this guy's got the right mindset, Boog. Just needs to stay within himself and deliver.
On the ground to third. Down the line, and it's foul.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and get out of this little jam.
The ground to the left. In plenty of time to first as they escape. First and second here, no outs.
Second base, Granny Sachs.
The Orioles could really use a win here in the thick of the postseason hunt. The 1-0.
And every game seems bigger once you get past the All-Star break, Boog. Some teams get paralyzed by that pressure, but the best teams rise to the moment.
And a big swing and a miss. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded. Nobody out.
The batter, number 13.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Granny Sachs. Here's a rocket to right field. Anthony takes it in for the out. And there are 2 down. Granny Sachs, the next to hit for the Orioles. And it's fouled away. Kowser at first, 1 gone. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that is foul. Now he breaks his bat.
Find the ball. Find
The flip. There's one.
He's out.
On to first. Save. So they get one, but a really nice try there. Sachs had a solid game for them, a real contributor.
Well, you can't win a lot of games without hitters delivering like he did in this one. No question, he's a key contributor for him.
Sachs digging in, missed opportunity just now, but still a chance with 2 away. Big spot here, Singy.
Yeah, got to shake it off and keep grinding. A base hit here changes everything.
Ground ball right side. Base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the throw. But it's offline. He will score. And they take a 2-run lead. Ripped on a line to center. 1 away. Anything in particular stand out to you as far as moments at Fenway Park?
Wow, you know, it's unfortunate because I remember as an Oakland A's player, we were up in the series against the Red Sox, 2-0. All we needed to do was close out a Saturday night ball game. We went
now this ball splits the gap in right center. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
The batter,
got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Line drive to short and caught. 3 up. Sacks had a good day at the office.
Well, every team in the league wants hitters who can consistently deliver games like the one he had today, because it can help you get wins like this one. Nice job.
Sacks steps in now. You can bet he was watching from the on-deck circle thinking, don't worry, I got this.
Yeah, classic cleanup duty, Boog. Time to fix the mess and maybe take the credit, too.
Swing and a bouncer. On the run, throw to first. Nicely done for the out. The Orioles would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes. There's a swing and a drive. Going back on this one. And caught on the warning track.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Throw to first in time. Sacks. Blocks in. If this offense were a lawnmower, he's yanking the cord and hoping for a roar.
And if that doesn't work, Boog, you better believe he's giving it a second pull.
Liner snagged it first. One pitch and one out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Granny Sacks making his MLB home debut today. So digging in, Granny Sacks.
Granny Sacks.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. The Orioles looking to build momentum towards the postseason, and a win here would certainly help. Man at second. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. There's a swing and a drive. That's got a chance. And that one hops the wall. Oh, the throw is wild. Not stopping. He's going for 3. He'll make it up to third, and I'm sure that'll be an error of the outfielder.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
And that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Sacks stepping in. Pressure's on. One swing can flip the whole game.
Yeah, and this guy's no stranger to the spotlight. He's built for moments like this.
Bounced up the middle. Kim flips it. Here's one. On to first. Save.
He's in there.
So they get one, but a really nice try there. Sacks had a sensational showing in the win. Collected 3 hits in the game.
Really impressive work at the dish, Boog. He gave his teammates a lot of opportunities in this one, and that's really all you can ask him to do.
One down. Granny Sacks getting ready to hit. Liner, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
Sacks in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. The Orioles could really use a win here in the thick of the postseason hunt. Foul ball there.
Yeah, and the clubhouse mood swings a little more with each game down the stretch, Boog. Win this one, and they'll be feeling pretty good. Lose it, and maybe some anxiety starts to set in.
Come on,
Swing and a ball popped in the air. That one gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Line drive, that's a base hit.
Find the ball.
And a go-ahead run into scoring position. One away.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job.
Sacks with some solid production in the win. 3 hits in the ball game.
Well, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Nice effort to contribute to the win.
Back now at Oriole Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Granny Sacks digs in now. Hit hard, base hit. And a man aboard.
Man, you smoked that ball.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
This one in the air, center field. That is the inning. And the Orioles. Sacks steps in. They've got the edge, but the job is not done. He's looking to keep the line moving.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little insurance, Boog.
Outside.
You know, these Orioles doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Double-digit hits, and they've done a great job of avoiding the strikeout. Only one of them so far, which tells you a lot.
Base hit. And a good start to the inning.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Has room, and he makes the catch. Sacks did well enough for them.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but certainly didn't hurt him on the way to the win.
Granny Sacks. Fresh off it. One down. Granny Sacks. The next to hit for the Orioles. And there's a foul ball. Yo one. On the ground to the left. Fires to first in time. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. On the ground, could be two. Flips it. There's one. On to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base hit, and that's a one-out single.
Man, you smoked that thing.
Sacks with a mediocre showing in this one.
Oh, Boog, not great, not terrible, just kind of an average game. Still, always good to get a team win.
Here's the second baseman, Granny Sacks.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Ground ball up the middle, over to Torres. And two, what a play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Start of the fourth, now it's the second baseman, Granny Sacks. This one in the air right field. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball.
You know, these Orioles showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well. Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. Throwing the dirt, and he can't come up with it.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
On the ground, Torres handles, throws to first in time. One pitch and one out. One down. Granny Sacks getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Next offering misses, and that's ball 1. Swings through that one out in front that time. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Line drive, base hit.
Find the ball, find the ball.
So a man aboard now with one away. Sacks with some solid production in the win.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
One down. And next for the Orioles, Granny Sacks.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately, averaging more than 2 hits per game in his last 5.
In the air, right field. Meadows takes it in for the out. 2 down.
The batter, number 13, second base, Granny Sacks.
Torkelson feeds to second, out there, and it's a double play. Sacks stepping in now. This offense has been quiet. A big swing could change everything.
Yeah, and somebody's got to crack it open, Boog. Just need to flip the momentum.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
That's out the corner.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
Swing and a miss. Sacks had a rough go of it in the loss.
I don't want to pile on a player when he's down, but that was a lousy game at the dish. They'll need to get better games from him to have better results as a team.
One down. Granny Sacks, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Missed with a changeup, and the count is 1-1. Ripped to the right center. Should be extra bases. Here comes Rutschman around third. He will score, and the Orioles tie it up.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one. You know, these Orioles, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success, but at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
The 1-2. Swings through it for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts.
The batter, number 13, second baseman.
Sacks turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. And there's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Slap the other way, foul. The 0-2. Ground ball right side. Gets him easily, ends the inning. 1 down, base is empty here in the 9th. Sacks now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Swing and a slow roller.
Run it out.
Stop.
Run it out.
Fires to first in time. Sacks did well enough for them despite the loss.
Didn't light the world on fire, but he held up his end okay. I'm sure he'd like to have a better game and help him win going forward.
Sacks steps in with 2 outs and nobody on. He's basically saying, fine, I'll do it myself.
That's right. Might as well cue the movie trailer voice.
In a world where nobody gets on base. First pitch just misses. Nobody on his team has a better batting average than he does, Siggy. That one ripped. And that's the 3rd out. Sacks digging in. They say pressure makes diamonds. Let's see if this turns into a gem.
Yep, time to see if this one shines.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Carrying well. It's gone. Grand slam. Granny Sacks with his first major league home run. A special moment in his young career. And who knows, maybe that'll open the floodgates for him.
Yeah, getting that out of the way can be a big confidence booster. It feels like a huge weight just been taken off your back. You can go up there with a lot less pressure on you now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hot for a little while.
What do you remember about your first career homer, Chris?
Well, I remember it was off of Omar Olivares, and, you know, being there in Los Angeles against the Angels, just a tremendous day, great ballpark, and a special moment for sure.
2 on, 2 outs. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they tack on 3. It's 7-2.
Get as many high fives as possible, man. This guy's a ball of energy right now and having the game of his life.
Sacks went deep for the first time in the major leagues, and I'm sure he'll treasure that moment forever. Cracked a pair of homers.
Oh, for sure, Boog. I mean, I still talk my kid's ear off from time to time about my first homer off of Omar Olivares. It's a proud memory for any hitter lucky enough to achieve it, and congratulations to him.
Granny Sacks went yard for the first time. Runner at second, 2 down. Granny Sacks, the next to hit for the Orioles. 2 homers in the game yesterday, so he's feeling good coming in.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Man on second, 2 down. That one fouled off. Wheeler, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Granny Sacks.
Late with the swing there. Sacks turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play.
Nope.
Lots of rookies can have a hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you differently, things can shift in a hurry. I'm interested to see how he handles those adjustments.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Throw to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Gets him to chase after that one. Ground ball, and that's through the infield.
Here comes the runner.
Here's the throw. Safe. He beats the tag. It's 3-3. 1 out, man at first. Digging in, Granny Sacks.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
2 away now. Sacks digs in, tying run on.
You know, Boog, it gets tense in these late game battles, and it comes down to focus. Can't afford to miss the mistake pitch right here.
Hit in the air, right field. Garcia on the move. And there's 2 down. sacks. Had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss. Singled and knocked in a run.
Oh, certainly a frustrating game at the plate, Boog. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's capable of better. I'm sure the loss isn't sitting well with him either.
Granny Sacks, fresh off an incredible series and ready to go. So 2 down, next to hit, Granny Sacks.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs.
Swing and he breaks his bat. That is the inning. We'll move to the Sacks. Steps in. Pitcher's been gliding through this lineup, barely breaking a sweat.
Yeah, it's time to put the brakes on that cruise control. Just have to stay patient, wait for a pitch in the zone, and drive it.
Breaking ball, and that got him. Sacks. Stepping in. It's late. It's quiet. But here's a chance to make some noise with 2 gone.
Yeah, this is when rally hats get flipped, Boog. Let's see if he can twist this script.
This one smoked. Could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second safely. Orioles an out away. Granny Sacks, the next to hit for the Orioles. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Over to first. And what a play. Ball game. Sacks had a good day at the office, even in defeat.
No question that he delivered at the dish for him. Even though it wasn't enough to get them the W, this was a good showing at the plate.
Back now at Oriole Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Granny Sacks digs in now. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
Sacks, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Swings and misses. And it's 1-1.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Check swing, but he went too far. And the count 1-2. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Sacks steps to the plate. They're trailing, but here's an opportunity to reel it in. RBI chance.
Yeah, Boog, chance to be the big fish right here. This is exactly who they want in a spot like this.
And that one is lifted in the air. Adele on his way over. He's got it. Runners tagging from second and third. That's a sacrifice fly as he comes across. It's 7-3. So 2 down. And now Granny Sacks. That one blasted deep to right. Adele ranging back to the warning track. Makes the catch. And this one ends the final 10-8 as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Now it's the second baseman, Granny Sacks.
A lot of clutch hitting from him recently. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Flips it. There's one. And that's all they'll get.
Batting ninth.
Sacks digs in. 2 down, nobody on. This pitcher's barely broken a dozen pitches per inning so far.
Yeah, it's time to foul a few off, Boog. Smart batters know it's not just about hits. It's about getting that pitch count moving north before it's too late.
And it's fouled away. Sacks in his rookie season, just 21 years old. And he was a second-round pick back in 2025. Late with the swing there. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Peraza fires over to first. Out number 3. In Baltimore, bottom of the 7th. Granny Sacks getting ready to hit. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down anytime.
The 0-2. Up the middle, Neto gets it to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Here's the second baseman, Granny Sacks.
That's a ball.
That one is hammered right field.
Get him.
Back there. Gone into the flagpole.
That's the exact.
Sacks did well despite the loss. Just one hit, but it did leave the yard.
If he can consistently put up games like this one, they're more likely to get the win than the loss, even if it didn't work out today.
Granny Sacks, fresh off an 1 out, runner at second. Granny Sacks will hit next. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And a foul ball.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's 2 down.
Batting seven.
Sacks, just 21 years old, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. Foul ball there.
You know, these Orioles doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
The batter number 13. Second base. Granny Sacks.
Chop back up the middle. The flip. 1 at second. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Sacks digs in. They're in front, but that lead could shrink quickly.
A little breathing room never hurt, Boog. He's got the bat to supply that 0-2.
On the ground to third. One pitch and one out. Sacks. Didn't do a whole lot in the win.
Well, you'll never complain about getting a team win, Boog, but I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Back in Arlington. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Granny Sacks getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Way to find the sweet spot right there. That a boy.
Sacks, just 21 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And that's an infield single despite a great effort at shortstop.
You know, these Orioles really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Over to first. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. So 2 down. Granny Sacks, the next to hit for the Orioles. Up the middle.
Find it.
That's a base hit. So Adley Rutschman now gets a chance with 2 gone.
Oh boy.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
And that is out of play. Chop to third.
Run it
Young.
out, run it out, run it out.
Off balance feet. There's one. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
They made that double play look so.
Sacks played pretty well in this win. Collected 3 hits in the game.
I really liked how he looked in this one. He consistently came to the plate with a solid plan, and it showed in the results. Nice job.
Sacks digging in, nobody on, 2 gone, but this hitter's still dangerous.
Yep, a swing, a mistake, and suddenly it's a brand new ball game.
Here's a rocket to right field, and that is that. 1-2 Globe Life Field, all set for the start of the inning. Granny Sacks digs in now.
Ball.
You know, these Orioles just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers.
Oh, gets dirty. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there, and of course, the most important part was getting the out.
This one in the air, right field. He's got it, and there's 2 down. Sacks stepping in now. If he goes deep here, we may not see that helmet again until next series.
Yeah, might as well order the Gatorade shower now, Boog. This place would erupt.
In the air to left center. Langford on the move to the gap. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Close one here today, and your final 5-4. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long. Granny Sacks is focused and ready. One down. Digging in, Granny Sacks.
Ball.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Next offering is fouled back.
Go hard.
Now
go
a
hard, go hard.
screamer into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. He's in at second with a one-out double.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Sacks now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
That one ripped right center field. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Lucchesi, a 6'5" lefty, 32 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Next offering misses. Ball 2. On a line out towards center. 2 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Sacks now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Out towards right center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And out to a board. Now the tag at third, and they got him. And that's Sacks had a solid game for them, a real contributor. A 3-hit performance, including 2 extra base knocks.
Well, you can't win a lot of games without hitters delivering like he did in this one. No question, he's a key contributor for him.
One down. And now the rookie second baseman, Granny Sacks. Can't glove it cleanly. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it.
The batter number 15, second base, Granny Sacks.
In the air, right field, Outman moving under it. Takes it in for the out. Sacks goes 6 feet 5 inches, 200 pounds, and he was a second-round pick back in 2025.
You know, these Orioles really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
Now a slow roller to second. Keishel to Lee. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
And that's a great way for a lineup to dominate a game, because if a pitcher can't rely on his fastball to get outs, I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of his pitches to be effective.
Line shot into the gap should score at least one. Alonso is waved home. 1 run's in. Runner around third. In to score from first. And they're up by 4.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down.
Sacks played pretty well in this win.
Strong individual day, a team win. What's not to like? This is a game he can feel really good about.
One out man at first. Here's the second baseman, Granny Sacks.
Ball one.
This one in the air, center field. Buxton on his way over. And there's two down. On the ground to third, but it kicks foul. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Fouled off left side. Comes up empty.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
On the ground. Throw to first is in time.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
Little dribbler up along third, and that's just foul. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
Sacks in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And that is out of play. Pomerantz, a former All-Star, 37 years young, a former first-round pick back in 2010. Oh, great stop. The flip. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Sacks with a good game to help lift them to the win.
Maybe not his best showing, but they got the win, and he should be happy about that.
Granny Sacks has been making waves. So 2 down. Granny Sacks, the next to hit.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. 10 hits in his last 5 games.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Mullins whips it back in. Lead runner to second with 2 gone. Sacks stepping in. One door closed, but here's another shot, Singy. This guy has a chance to deliver.
Opportunity to be a great teammate right here, Boog. Nothing says I got you like a 2-out ribby.
Ground ball up the middle. Castro sends it to first as they back here at Tropicana Field. Now it's the second baseman, Granny Sacks. Hit on the ground to short. Castro tosses to first. One pitch and one out. Granny Sacks digs in now. 1 for 3. Lined into right. One up, one down. Sacks with an okay game in the loss.
I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Sacks stepping in now. Tough matchup here when you're facing someone that throws 97 miles an hour on the black.
Yeah, Boog, forget the scouting report. He's just got to step in the box and trust his instincts.
No score here in the second. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Castro over to second, and that's 2. Well struck right field. And that one hops the wall. Now a relay to second, and the tying runs at second base with a double. Late swing, fouled off. Oh, 1 down.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And a go-ahead run is on base.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Sacks steps in. Previous batter couldn't get the job done. Now 2 outs. It's late and the pressure is mounting, Chris.
Well, this is where you pick up your teammate, Boog. They need someone to come through right here.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And that's a foul ball.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Sacks with an okay game to the win.
Didn't light the world on fire, but he held up his end today. I'm sure he'd like to have a better game, but a win is a win.